Good morning. How are you? And this morning, late morning, almost afternoon, and I'm going to talk about something that's been going on lately between our allies in Washington, called the Squad, and a divided independent left media. Um, all relations to Nancy Pelosi and Medicare for all. Medicare for all. Anybody who knows anything about me knows that Medicare for all is one of my top political issues. And frankly, I think Medicare for all is too moderate personally, but I favor it under the circumstances. Now, to the average American, normie American, and the people on the right, when they hear me say that I think that Medicare for all is too moderate, um, they think Obamacare is socialized medicine, which it is not. Medicare for all is in the right direction. It's what they have largely in Australia and France, Canada, and basically what it is kind of like our Medicare system here in the United States, but available to everybody, taxpayer funded. It operates like our Medicare system here, and is a simple system. It's bureaucratic, but the profit motive still remains in private in the medical system. I prefer a national health service, which is socialized medicine, and that's what they have in Great Britain. Great Britain is known to have a national health service. I think Italy has something similar to that. Greenland has something similar to that as well, and it is truly socialized medicine. You have to go to a dinosaur communist state to find a system more socialized than what they have in Great Britain. Um, and it's a approach that I think will work best. But Medicare for all is a major step in the right direction. And we've been trying to have Medicare for all going back to the days of Harry Truman. He tried to propose national health insurance, and it was rejected by Republican Congress in the 1940s. And until the time Bill Clinton came along, pretty much every Democratic candidate for president campaigned on national health insurance, whether it's Harry Truman, Adlai Stevenson, John F. Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, Hubert Humphrey, George McGovern, Jimmy Carter, Walter Mondale, or Michael Dukakis. They all campaigned on national health insurance. Now, they got a little less loud about supporting national health insurance, but it was kind of on the platform. And then all of a sudden, when Bill Clinton took over the Democratic Leadership Council, and as he became leader of the party, that they moved away from that particular approach to more coddling private insurance companies. And I know I'm getting kind of off tangent, but that's how I operate. But it's been a hard sell. And in the last few years, Medicare for all, you can call it national health insurance, you can call it single payer, you can call it Medicare for all. It's been gaining momentum. And now I don't look like a nut when I say I'm for Medicare for all or single payer. But it's just a matter of convincing our worthless politicians from both parties getting this enacted. Now, what does this all have to do with Jimmy Dore, AOC, and Nancy Pelosi? Well, let me continue. It's becoming mainstream to be for Medicare for all. Most Democrats in the grassroots are for Medicare for all. That included people who supported Joe Biden in the primaries. They were still roughly in favor of Medicare for all. He wasn't in favor of Medicare for all, but his supporters were. They supported the wrong man. They should have supported Bernie Sanders, the one that was really more for Medicare for all more than any other candidate running in the primaries. Well, we had COVID, and I said this a million times. Why the fuck are we not trying to have Medicare for all now with this crisis? 14 million Americans lost their health care. Now, how many people lost their health care in universal health care nations when COVID hit? I'm talking about whether it's a first world advanced country like Canada or the Nordic countries, Norway, Sweden, or any country pretty much in Europe, whether it's a third world country like Costa Rica, or anywhere around the world, you go and have a national healthcare system. You got COVID, you get treatment. You get COVID, and you don't have insurance here in the United States, you're fucked. Even if you have insurance in the United States, you're probably fucked anyway. And we can't have Medicare for all. If there was ever a case for term limits, those motherfuckers up there in Washington, D.C. are living examples of why you would need term limits. Incrementalism is all I ever hear about. Incrementalism. That's all. We just can't do it for A, B, C, and A, B, C, D, all the way up to the reason Z. Can't have it done right now. We got it, or it's just not practical. Oh, we just can't do it. We don't have the votes for it, or we can't afford it. Never mind, we support 2 Medicare for all in fucking Iraq and Afghanistan. Yes, our taxpayer dollars may have unfortunately contributed to killing hundreds of thousands of people halfway across the world. But some of our dollars also funded healthcare systems for everybody. We need a yellow vest movement here in the United States, if I ever saw it. I've been saying this for years myself, a yellow vest movement. Because, people in France, as I said, the government's scared of the people in France. Here in the United States, we're scared of the government. Jimmy Dore, late night stand-up comedian turned political commentator. One of the larger voices in the independent left media today. He's made a suggestion that's caught like wildfire in the last few weeks. And even Sam Cedar, who hates his guts, says it's a damn good idea. And that is, since the Republicans have gained in the House, they're not the majority, and the Democrats have a reduced majority, you got it so where you got leverage for the progressives, for the left wing, for the squad, and many people from the progressive caucus, people who are explicitly in favor of Medicare for all. This is your moment. This is your moment to come up to Nancy Pelosi and tell her, you want to remain Speaker of the House, you put Medicare for all up for a vote right now. Now. As you don't, you're just going to end up being a backbencher because of us. This is leverage time. It's do or die. We can't wait anymore. This is what you got to do. And, I defend the squad. I defend the squad. I mean, I know I know getting elected. Once you're up there, you got to play by the rules. I mean, I wish you wouldn't, but I understand the dilemma y'all go through. Talking to the squad here now. I know the bullshit that exists. I mean, and you know, when unfortunately the corporate corruption in DC is so massive that it's kind of discouraging at times. And they don't know what to do. I mean, I'm not saying like that, like they don't know what to do, like they're stupid. They're not. But it's so everything is so too far gone that you have a Democratic Party where the leadership is to the right of Boris Johnson of the UK when it comes to healthcare, to the right of fucking Tories in the UK. And you can't, and here's a chance to put Nancy Pelosi on the spot. Yes, squad, listen to me. Make Nancy Pelosi uncomfortable. Piss her off. Make her sweat. Make her have an anxiety attack. You intimidate. You bully her. You harass the fuck out of her until she puts up a vote for Medicare for all. People are dying in this country. People are dying because of the goddamn private health insurance companies and the fucking pharmaceuticals. People are fucking dying. They're losing everything they got because of this motherfucking healthcare system we have. It's killing people. Our healthcare system kills people based on profit. I'm angry. I'm not that fucking radical. All my life, politically, people think that if you're for universal health care, they think you're fucking Pol Pot. Because we got a lot of stupid people in this country right now. America, what the fuck is wrong with you? We're going to collapse because we don't have universal health care. And we can't get fucking Democrats to vote on Medicare for all. Hell, 10 years ago when Obamacare was kicking in, just to get a public option was considered radical. And we still don't have no fucking public option. And then the Democrats who don't want Medicare for all, they're like, oh, we promise we're going to give you a public option. Shut the fuck up. Shove that public option up your ass. You want to do something about insurance company, health care? You abolish private health insurance. You not only abolish private health insurance and take the fucking profit out of it and convert our healthcare system into something like the National Health Service in Great Britain. You need to go further than that. There was talk 10 years ago with the economic meltdown in the United States, 2007, the housing bubble, and what the banks were doing and everything. There was talk about putting bankers in prison. And then Mr. Hope can change. And yes, we can. Mr. Obama ended up, becoming another George W. Bush. We can't. Sometimes I just think I'm just give up. Sometimes I just want to fucking give up. These politicians, I mean, our friends, the squad, are supposed to do their fucking job. I don't want them to lose their job, but we fucking elect them for them to serve us. AOC, I love you to death. I do. You make my heart go pitter patter every time I see you up there. I mean, and I know you're trying to do the best you can. But if you did a sit-in at Nancy Pelosi's office at the very beginning, why the fuck did you stop? Why? I mean, honestly, Medicare for all is reasonable. But our Overton window in the United States is so fucking far to the right that even a middle of the road Democrat that's not necessarily Joe Manchin, but someone like an Elizabeth Warren these days is going to be to the right of a Tory MP in the UK. We need to make Nancy Pelosi and the other corporate Democrats uncomfortable. We need to they hate us. They have contempt for the squad. They have contempt for people who supports the overall politics of the squad. And frankly, I don't want Nancy Pelosi's love either. I'll say it. Fuck Nancy Pelosi. And fuck any Democrat that won't fight for Medicare for all. As much as I despise Mitch McConnell, I have more respect for Mitch McConnell than I do Nancy Pelosi, because as much as I hate the guy, he's smart. He knows how to get his way. Even when Nancy Pelosi's being petty and she's ripping up Donald Trump's speech, let's rip up the private insurance companies. Now, okay, I need to calm down, because, as I said, there's been a mixed reaction among the independent media. As I said, Sam Cedar seems, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of Sam Cedar in the world. I mean, he's more boring than Ben Stein saying Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. That's what he reminds me of. He doesn't like Jimmy Dore, but he thinks this is a damn good idea. Tim Black. I like Tim Black. I've been listening to a whole lot of Tim Black a lot of mornings when I come home from work. But he's showing too much empathy to the progressives that just got elected. And the progressives have been there for the past 2 years, the squad. And you know what? Think about it is, in the 1990s, when I got angry with the Democrats, Paul Wellstone was the carrot that dangled before me. Then it became Dennis Kucinich. Then it became, Bernie Sanders and AOC, and now it's looking like it's going to be, what's her name? Nina Turner. I'm sorry, I just got a foggy thought in my head. I was there. Anyway, but the thing is, we need to stop this shit, because it's not I just don't think that if the Democrats can't fight for Medicare for all, even if they lose this fight, I mean, it's something. At least you gave it a try. But if you don't give it a try, more people are going to die. And people were shitting on Jimmy Dore. And, Justin Jackson of the LA Chargers. I'm not really a sports guy, but, he's a fan of Jimmy Dore, and he's saying, AOC and company need to get their act together and challenge Pelosi on this. And if you lose, if the squad does this and they lose, they sent a symbolic message to Nancy Pelosi and the leadership, and that message is that oh shit, that we we can't walk all over the Miss Easy as we used to, because what happens is they're going to make our lives miserable. So they may there may be some other reforms, not necessarily directed to help related to healthcare, where they will be a little more compliant. But I want to do this Medicare for all. It's 2020, almost 2021. Germany got it in 1881. Great Britain got it in 1948. Taiwan got it as late as 1992. And we can't have it here. I just don't understand it. And people screaming at Jimmy Dore saying he's angry. I'm angry. You just heard me being angry. And American people ought to be angry. But I guess it's just easier to blame immigrants or blame, feminists, or blame the media, or blame teacher unions, or what have you. Blame everybody except for what is actually causing problems in the United States, and that is private health insurance companies and pharmaceuticals, who are based on profit. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand the American people sometimes. We roll over and play dead. Anyway, I just don't know what to do at times, and well, keep watching this and see how everything develops. If you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you were bothered by it, well, it's the way it is. Comment on it anyway. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you that if you have a platform and you're passionate about something, utilize it. If you don't have a platform and you're passionate about something, create that platform, utilize it, because we're the muckrakers of our time. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm American Social Democracy. Peace. And Bernie Sanders for president in the year 2024.